Welcome back to our swivel chair chats.
Woo.
Martin Cousins and
Mike Morrison.
Right, Mike, you had something to say about the next one. So we've just been on a panel discussion about talent and engaging talent and recruiting people effectively and that kind of thing. So, but you came away thinking, there's some things in there that sounded good, but people aren't doing it. So tell us more.
I mean, the session was facilitated by WCN, and it was a panel event with three different speakers. And one of the things they said that was really important with engagement is starting engagement end to end. So from the minute that somebody applies to a company, to keep them, in fact the phrase they used was keep them warm, keep them interested, communicate with them. But why the hell doesn't one company do that? So many people apply for a job and never hear anything back. It's like a dirty great black hole. In this software tech world, it is so easy these days to set up autoresponders, to, if you say no thank you, to send a nice dear John. We're not doing that warming stuff. So if we're not doing that warming stuff, what talent are people losing? I just find that mad, really. But the great thing is at least they're talking about it, and this is a software company that say it's important to keep people warm from the beginning the way through.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's an interactive panel discussion in the sense that they put some questions on the screen and people voted on the question that they'd like discussed. So a really emphatic vote for what is an engaging candidate experience. And I was just standing there thinking, why doesn't everyone in the room know what an engaging candidate experience is for their organisation? Why don't they?
It's crazy.
And at least the panel came out and said, look, we do a lot of work around finding out what that might be for all the different constituent parts of, the candidate pool that we're trying to attract. So I think, it sounds like stating the bleeding obvious to me, but actually to really go out and understand what people want from you, how they'd like to hear from you, when that should start, when it should, how it should look through the different stages of bringing someone on board, remembering it carries on into when the job starts, and also to look internally. It's not always an external focus, it's about all those internal networks too.
And the other point, or one of the other points they were talking about also was, how do you find those scarce talents? Why do companies leave it to the last very minute to try and find someone that's scarce and then go mad about it rather than think partly ahead? What is it we need? Where might we get it from? What channels might we find it? Where might we find them? And, can we find the 80%? Which bit of it is scarce? Is it the whole thing? Is it a narrow part of it? And can we then find the sort of 80% fit and train the rest? I mean, surely this is strike of the blindingly obvious. Why aren't people doing it?
Well, so we're seeing lots of obvious things that should be done.
Maybe it's just obvious to us.
Maybe that's also quite easy for us to say, sitting on these chairs. Anyway, so we'll be looking more at the Recruitment Expo and going to some of their sessions. So we'll be back soon.
Thanks.